let's see, what do we want to talk about? Oh, yeah, how was everybody's holiday? You have a good time? Are you still celebrating? Are you full from your Festivus meal? Are you ready for a cocktail? I sure hope so, because we've got one here. Welcome back, friends. It's Anders. Today, I want to show you an original of mine I call the Quarter Century. I made this cocktail for the new year because we're entering 2025. If you haven't already figured it out, that is a quarter of the way through the century. So that's what it comes from. And this is going to be a modern classic. Mark my words. As long as all of you share this with friends, and I hope you enjoy it and make it for them. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more sips, tips, and recipes. Let's go make the Quarter Century to the bar. This is the part of the video that I usually say the history, the origin story of this cocktail. And the origin story of this cocktail is I came up with it about 3 days ago, and it was with the ingredients I had on hand, and upon first try, I knew that was the drink I was gonna show you today. That's the history, created by Anders Ericsson in the year 2024 in honor of the year 2025. You know, get the word out there. So now I'm gonna show you the ingredients that I am putting inside of this drink. That sounds weird, inside of this drink. I don't wanna say that. That makes me feel a little uneasy. So now I want to show you the ingredients we are going to use. Now the booze. Wine. We're gonna have sparkling wine. To make the Quarter Century, we are gonna need Campari, apricot liqueur, absinthe, sparkling wine, and a lemon. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so this cocktail has got a lot going on. Small amounts of a lot of the things, but the flavors come together oh so nicely. Campari serves more or less as the base because it is the most dominant flavor. However, it is balanced out with everything else. It gives it a bitter finish. Apricot liqueur, this is what gives us the sweet aspect of the cocktail. Still a dry drink, but you do need some sugar to balance out the other components in the cocktail, and the apricot flavor gives it kind of a floral note. I can't say enough about this drink. Let's move on. The absinthe, this is a very small amount. We are talking just a dash, but that with the bubbly wine gives you kind of hints of a death in the afternoon. If you're sensitive to absinthe, this would be a good intro to it because it is subtle. You get it on the end. The bubbly wine, if you want to be fancy, go all out, grab yourself a nice bottle of champagne, that's fine. But you don't have to. As long as it's a dry or brut sparkling wine like the Cremant, you could use Cava, even if you wanted to use Prosecco. Oh, I should point out that the sparkling wine, you want cold because you don't want to drink warm, bubbly wine. Chill your wine and you'll be fine. Let's build. All right, so first things first, we are going to stir this drink because we want to chill, give it a slight dilution. More importantly, it's about the ingredients being cold. So grab a mixing glass. We're gonna serve this up. I've got a good sized coupe into a mixing glass. Let's start with the Campari. Half an ounce of Campari, I know, small amount. Half an ounce of apricot liqueur. I should point out that apricot liqueurs vary in sweetness. Adjust the ratios accordingly. And then the absinthe. This is 1 dash of absinthe, or if you have a small dasher bottle, it's gonna be 2 dashes. That'll do, pig. So grab some ice. This is not a full cocktail yet, so it doesn't need to be a ton of ice. Grab, say, this much. This stupid scoop. I'm gonna invent a scoop that doesn't stick. Give this a stir a little less than your normal time. We really just want to drop the temperature, add a little bit of dilution, and stop. Grab your chilled glass, strain the cocktail into the glass. Obviously, this will not fill it up even remotely. So now we can open our bubbles. I shouldn't have to tell you, but don't point this at your face or anybody else's or anything fragile. No need to saber this unless you want to. Ta-da! Top this off with about 4 ounces of sparkling wine. And then finally express some lemon oil across the top, hit the sides. There it is. There we have the Quarter Century. Cheers. New Year's miracle, movie magic. 1 has become 2. Oz, would you care to join me?
Why, yes.
Good choice.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, what a lovely sound.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you think?
that's really good.
It's really good. I gotta say, I'm not to toot my own horn, but really a tasty drink. What I like about it is you do get a sweetness up front. That's that apricot liqueur. It's kind of floral, fruity, of course. And then you have this dryness from the Campari, as well as the bubbly wine, and a little hint of absinthe at the end.
I always love these ingredients in cocktails, so I feel like you can't go wrong because I love Campari, I love apricot liqueur, and I love a dash or two of absinthe. And it tastes like candy.
I think it's good as well.
Yeah, Anders is really proud of this one. I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah, I really want you to try it.
And he did really come up with it on the spot. It was like first time, right?
No, that's true. New Year, any resolutions? Oh, sorry, do you do New Year's resolutions?
No.
Me neither.
I don't give myself goals that I can't keep up. I don't set myself up to fail.
There you have it. Quick, short and sweet, but yet complete. I hope you give this cocktail a try. Let us know in the comments down below if you do. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you already know the news. But for those of you who don't, Oz and I eloped and we finally made it official. So 2024 has been an incredible year and we'll keep making videos as long as you keep watching. So thank you. We will see all of you next time. Don't forget your merch, sign up for the newsletter. Cheers.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, bye-bye now.